Hi everybody, thanks for joining. Like and share, like and share. Let's go to 50,000 likes. We can do it. And let's raise some money today. You guys know I still want to go to Africa. I haven't changed my mind yet. Hoping I can go. I'm not gonna change my mind. I want to go. I'm not gonna lose hope. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep trying till I can't try anymore. So today I want you to join me and let's cook. Let's cook together, guys. So like and share. Let's turn the light on. It's kind of dark in here, isn't it? I think it is. I need some new knives. All my knives are just okay. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. Oh, Jehovah Jireh. Let's go to 50,000 likes. I know we can do it. We've done that before, I think. And share the life. It's just your girl here, Linda, cooking. As always. This is so good. I wish you could taste it. This was smoked by me, seasoned well and smoked for 2 days. This is chicken. The flavor that this chicken has, I'm telling you, is off the hook. It's so yummy. So yummy. So today, my main goal here today, guys, is to cook with you and have fun. So you see how I do it in real life. So share the life and let's raise some money today. You know it's not that hard. Every penny does count. Just do it like this. So today, I'm gonna cook 2 separate soup today, and then I'm gonna combine it. Those 2 separate soup, I'm gonna combine it. So it's gonna be okra. If you have been following me, you know what okra is. I think okra is very common to the whole world. Every country has okra. It just depends on how you cook it. That's the only difference. Hi, boo boo. Morning. Did you sleep good?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just woke up when you heard me, or you been up long?
I've been up. I just didn't get out of bed.
I got some stuff for you that you might like to use when you're cooking. I know you said you wanted black pepper, right? And cheese.
Oh, you got more cheese?
I got 1 pack of cheese. Just 1 pack. Small pack.
Thanks.
And then I got some other spaghetti thing that you like.
Wait, where's the cheese?
The cheese is in the refrigerator.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My son, since he doesn't like to eat my food, it's sad though, but it's okay. He's been doing it since he was 10 months old. He refused to eat anything I cook. And so I'm used to it now. And so because of that, he learned to cook his own food by himself. He will go on the internet, on Google, do some search on food that he would like, and then he'll make them himself. And now he's 15. The only thing is, when he's done cooking, this whole kitchen is like a jungle. He says he cleaned up, but if you're a mom with a 15-year-old, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you have a 15-year-old sister or brother or cousin or niece, they don't really clean up. So he says he does clean up, but I have to go clean up after he's done cooking the right way. He does knows the right way though. He just don't do it. He do it his way. Like, and so that's the only downside of him cooking his own meal. Does it his own way. He clean it his own way, cook his own way, and sometimes helps give him ideas how long the food should be on the stove for. But other than that, he's fine by himself. Since he was 6 years old, he started to make his own food. And I help encourage him too, because he didn't eat anything that I made. I don't care what I do. And so I encourage him to learn how to cook, and I help him through the whole process. And so now he can make his own food. So I only cook for me and my husband because we eat African food mostly, most of the time. Maybe we do go out to eat every two months or so if we have extra. But other than that, home cooked meal. And it does really help me with my weight loss process, because then I know everything that I'm putting in my mouth, you know. So this is called boni. It's been smoked just like the chicken. All right. I got this. I love lemon. I'm gonna eat it when my sugar starts to go low. But right now I'm okay. I'm okay for now. Remember, clean as you go. If you have a small kitchen, you do want to clean as you go. Because you have this whole kitchen filled with a lot of stuff. Well, the refrigerator is empty. All right, so I have my smoked chicken and my smoked bunny in here. So the next thing I'm gonna get is my pork, my pork ribs. I'm not cooking everything. You know I never cook everything. I'm gonna split it in half and cook half. Keep the other half for next time when I cook. So I'm gonna cook this much and keep this much. I'm just gonna watch it and drop it in my pot. And if you want to know some step by step how I cook my food, this is a really good time for you to stay tuned, because I'm doing this from beginning to end. So I wash this and I'm just gonna drop it like that. And then this one, I'm gonna get a Ziploc bag and put it inside. And this, I want to wash it before I put it in my Ziploc bag. So next time, when I'm about to cook, I don't have to wash it, because then I know it's already clean. Put it in my freezer Ziploc bag. This is gonna be another meal. I don't know what I'm gonna be making yet, but the rest of the meat I'm gonna put all in one bag, and then when I'm ready to cook, I will just take the whole bag and put it in the pot and just season it up. All right, so I have that. Let's see what else I have. I do have my shrimp here, but it's one of those things that I cook lastly. So I'm gonna just drop it in my sink and just don't worry about it right now. And the next thing that I have here, you know I love fish, so whenever I can, I do get me fish. I told a guy to cut the fish up for me, but I think he didn't understand what I was trying to ask him. That's okay. I can cut it out myself. I just need to get my cutting board. So in this meal, I'm also gonna add some chicken in this meal. I think I need to change this top because it keep getting in my way. All right, this is my fish. Definitely not cooking all. This, I'm gonna put this in here before I eat. I have to wash it. And this goes here. Prepare my table so I have enough space. I think I'm gonna put my fish in here because I'm gonna put the fish on top of the meat, because the fish is easier to cook. So I'm about to murder this fish. I'm about to murder this fish. Like, watch out, fishy. I think the most part of this fish that's really hard to cut is the head part. This fish is all flesh, and that's what I like about it. It's called catfish. Murder it. Try to make this work. Be nice to the fishy, Linda. No, fishy, you're not going in my tummy. Fishy, can't be nice to you. My son loves to play guitar, so if you hear anything in the background, that's my baby playing his guitar. He's learning how to play guitar. And put this on here. I don't know how to cut this one. Yeah, you can say that again. Linda, don't cut yourself. That's where I'm heading if I'm not careful. So I'm gonna cook this fish along with the rest of my meat in here, but I'm gonna put the fish on top of the meat because the fish is pretty easy to cook. So I'm gonna just drop it in the bowl. When I'm done putting in all my meat, then I will put my fish in. Now that was the hardest. This one is easier. I think I need to change this top because it's driving me nuts. This knife is huge. I'm even afraid of it. I do need new knife. Yeah. Oh, my energy is going. Jeez. Hey, I'm getting there. Hanging tight, Linda. You got this. You do. You require muscles, guys. And cut it off. Well, it takes a lot to cook African food. It takes a lot. From going and getting it from the store and then preparing it. It just takes a lot. Sorry, police Carter. I cannot go live with you unless you are subscribed to my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I can't go live with you. So sorry. So if you want to go live with me, go ahead and subscribe. Whew. This fish is gonna be the death of me. Oh boy, I'm exhausted. She's cutting this fish. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna leave this piece like this, my people, because I'm tired. I've not even started cooking yet, and I'm already exhausted from cutting this fish. Let's wash my hands. Okay, now this fish bowl, this cutting bowl is nasty, so I want to get it clean before I can move forward. Let's clean the cutting bowl. Get my lemon out of here first. Okay, that's done. What else do I need to cut up? I don't think I have any. Oh yeah, I still have to cut up my chicken. So the chicken is frozen, so I put it on the stove to get the ice out. I'm gonna wash my fish again. Get some of the blood out of it. And I'm gonna cook some of it, not all of it. Keep the rest for later day. And most of the part I'm gonna be cooking will be the head. That's what I'm gonna be cooking, the head. Alright. Try to clean up a little. So last but not least, you know I love pig feet. I'm gonna put my pig feet on the stove and cook it. We're gonna cut up some lamb and squeeze it on the pig feet to kill most of the smell. So I'm gonna add in a little bit of in my chicken, pig feet. And I'm gonna get the lamb. Get the lamb. Fresh lamb. I am cooking flour sauce and okra sauce. I'm gonna add the both soup together. So I'm cooking two different kind of soup, but I'm going to combine it. So this is a special kind of dish. You want to see how I do it. So I'm going to squeeze this lamb in here, in my pig feet, just to kill that smell and taste that the pig feet does have. And I'm just going to set this on the stove and let it boil for at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes, yo. 10 minutes, yo. Okay. I'm just going to keep this one for a little day. So I have my pig feet and everything. So I'm going to get my... I do also have my chicken on the stove. Hey Peggy, thanks for joining. So it's gonna be flour sauce and okra mixed together. So it's gonna be okra sauce. I just came up with a name. Okra sauce. That's what I'm gonna be making. So this is my flour sauce, my plateau leaf. This is my plateau leaf. They call it different name, but where I'm from, we call it plateau leaf. So this is flour sauce. It's gonna turn into flour sauce. And this is the okra. When you cook it, it turns into okra sauce. So it's gonna be this and this together. That's the goal. You want to wash your okra. This one, no need to wash it because it's frozen. And it's already been taken care of. So no need to wash. But the okra, you need to wash it. If you buy it like this, you need to wash it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to wash it. And so while I'm waiting for my chicken to cool down, because I have my chicken boiled, I have to heat it up to release the cold ice from out of it. So now that it's been heated up, I turn the stove off. I'm not just gonna let it sit until it a little cool down that I can handle to cut it up. So while I wait for that to happen, I'm going to cut my okra up. I'm gonna cut my okra up. This goes in here. And I'm gonna blend my okra. This makes it much easier, the whole process. Now to blend it, I need to have, I'm gonna use this one. Okay. Thanks for the rules. I appreciate it. I need a lot of those. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Londi. Is it the right way I pronounce your name? Londi? Londa. If not, will you please forgive me? I'm sorry. But I appreciate the rules. God knows I need those. So I'm going to blend. Let's get the thing. I'm gonna put it in here. And I need a bigger one, but I don't know where the big one is. I think I lost it some time ago, I mean. So I'm just gonna put it in here. Just gonna cut it out into little, just so I can get enough in there at a time. The okra is pretty good, pretty fresh. It's not dry or anything. Yeah, I said it right. Woo! That's my happy dance. Thank you, Londa. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm telling you, I am so bad at pronunciation. Sometimes I don't even pronounce my own name correctly. Like someone asks me, "What's your name?" I'm like Linda, and they'll be like, "Oh, Linda." I'm like, whatever. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's a kind of disability that I have that have not been diagnosed yet. Cause I've been having this problem too, out as far as I can even remember. And I do have a really good education, yo. I went to college. I do have a bachelor degree, and I still don't know how to pronounce. What a shame. So, no kidding. That's really serious. I'm not playing. It's serious. Look, I do not know how to pronounce. Let me just tell you something fun. One time I tried to pronounce, now it might sound really weird, but fork, you know, this fork, is that how you pronounce it? That's the only way I know how to pronounce it, fork. So when I pronounced that, and it was on one of my videos, I called this name and I said fork. And when I put on the caption to post my video, I read, yeah, fork. And then it, instead of it saying fork, it said Fuck. It was so embarrassing. And that's how the caption pronounced. What should I say? That's how the caption kind of do it. So on the video there, it was pronounced as a really bad word, and that really made me so embarrassed. I do not know how to pronounce. It's serious stuff. So I know. It's just because where I'm from, we pronounce things differently. And if you say something, pronounce something one way all your life, that's how it's gonna be when you open your mouth, you know? So, and so, guys, please forgive me. It is not intentional. That's the only way I know how to pronounce it. So I'm gonna put in some peppers and put it in the first one. I'm gonna do 2 times because I'm being lazy to go and get my bigger blender. Uh, I don't want to put too much water, but just like a tablespoon of water, just so that this thing will be easy to blend. Yeah, I need to put in more water, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to put a lot of water in here, but it's telling me no, not working with me. All right, I think that's enough water. All right. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna pour it in there, and then I'm gonna go to the next, put in the next batch. I'm gonna put in the next stage, the next batch, and then we'll keep going. So there are some names that I can pronounce pretty easily, and there are some names that I can never pronounce. And there are also some names that I can murder pronouncing. Thanks for Johnny. So if I don't call your name, you know that I see you and I appreciate you being on here. I just don't know how to pronounce it. All right. Yeah, I like to take this part off because it's kind of hard, But some people do eat it, and it's okay, It's okay. So I'm gonna go get some onions. I'm gonna put this back in the refrigerator. So I have been practicing how to pronounce the refrigerator, right, for months. And I used to pronounce it at refrigerator. Oh, I used to pronounce it refrigerator. And then my husband or my son would be like, "You mean refrigerator?" They all sound alike. I'm gonna get some garlic. Put it in here too. I'm gonna get this last tomatoes. I'm gonna put it in there too. So I'm gonna go get some onion. Don't go anywhere. Okay? Hey Jackson. Hey Mary. Hey Cindy. Hey Bleen Lido. Thanks for Jody. I'm gonna mix this with my fufu. We're swallowing fufu again today. I mean, we Liberians, when it's cold, we love to swallow. We love fufu when it's cold. So now this onion makes me cry every single time. So if you see tears falling down my eyes, I am not sad. It's just from here, from this onion. I'm sure this onion does this to everybody, or almost everybody. Makes you cry. People have come up with a lot of solutions concerning the onions. It never worked for me. I don't know about you, but it never worked for me. I've put it in the cold water, put it in the refrigerator. If you have any idea, please let me know, because I love to cook onion, but the way it treats me, it's like I don't like it. It makes me cry every single time. So I'll put some onions in here, and then the rest I'll put in the pot here, because I still have my pot of ingredients here that I need to cook, but I'm waiting for my chicken. When I'm done with this onion, I'm gonna cut my chicken out and then put it in the pot before I can, parboil that whole thing, because the meat in there needs to cook, especially the pork ribs need to cook. I could hear you playing from down there. It sounded really nice, Boo Boo. You're getting better every time.
It sound bad.
It sounds good to me. You should come play for the people here and let them listen to you play. See how good you are. He doesn't like it. You better just don't bother him. He will not do it. So I'm going to blend this one again and set it aside. The S-box empty. Huh?
Where's the cheese?
The cheese is right there. In the dough.
Oh.
See it? Okay, that's done. Okay. So I'm gonna put my okra in here, and I'm gonna work on my chicken now, because I think my chicken's ready. So I'm gonna get my chicken on the stove here. I don't know if it's ready. Maybe I should run some cold water on it. Yeah. To make it easy. So, so you just want to put it in the water. So I did this morning my smoked chicken and my smoked pony. I had it soaked in in water, and this is how the water look like when it's been soaked. All the smoked and the flavor, everything in this water. So that's where I put my chicken because it made my chicken to get more flavor. So I'm gonna use that same water to cook the rest of my food because that water is very flavorful. So I'm gonna cover it here, and I'm gonna cut up my chicken and drop it in that pot, and I'm gonna drop the rest of my ingredients in that pot of flavorful water. Roll up your sleeves. Usually I like to make sure that I don't have any chicken hair or whatsoever on the chicken. I don't like to eat the chicken and then bite on the hair. It just creeps me out. It's sometimes just spoil my appetite from eating. So you wanna, it doesn't feel good when you bite on it though. It just feels so ugly. At least for me. That's how I feel. And that onion is getting to me. So Londa, thanks for the rose. And I pray that wherever that came from, God will multiply. Okay? Appreciate it. I'm gonna get all this thing off the chicken. I don't want it on here. I don't want to see it. I don't want to even look at it. I want it all gone. I want it all gone. So if you've been following me, you will know my routine, the way I cook. I cook with a lot of spice, a lot of spices. So is it spices or spice? Help me out. So I cook with a lot of spices, right? And I also cook with a lot of ingredients. So this meal alone, I might have 5 to 6 ingredients, meat that I'm cooking. I'm gonna arrange this again. Let's cut this chicken out. So you don't want to cook the chicken. You just want to cook it enough so that the ice will, get out. A lot of water. And that's what I did. She's cooking enough that the ice will get out. And this chicken is a very tough chicken. It's called hen. They usually sell it in these Chinese stores. They cut it, they clean it and everything for you, and it's frozen. Usually frozen in the frozen section. So if you like tough chicken, then this is for you. If you don't like tough chicken, then don't go with this. They have the soft chicken. You can get it in any store. But where I'm from, we are used to eating the tough chicken. But that's what we have, especially for us who can't afford a lot. We don't go to the supermarket. We just cook the chicken that we raise. We raise them and we eat them. I remember growing up, my mom had a lot. We had like about 36 chicken, and we ate them and we raised them. So we never went to the store to buy, or to the supermarket or whatever, to buy chicken, because we had um, chicken that we were raising. Yeah, the water's kind of draining. So. And so this is all I know. Now the other chicken that we have in the store, those really soft ones, they are good, but it's just not my taste. It's not I'm not used to the taste and the way it feels when you put it in your mouth. It's very heavy for me now, if you ask me. It's very heavy and it's so soft. So I don't like it. I really don't like it. For that chicken, the only way I would eat it is if I make it out of chicken wing, barbecue. Yeah, the wings, just the wing. Deep fry it and make barbecue wing. That's the only way I would eat it. It's the only way you can get me to eat it. Now, when I was growing up, my mom, we were really poor, okay? This is what we used to eat. My mom used to give us the kids to eat, and then the grown up eat the rest. This, the chicken feet and the neck. And so I ate it too much. And I remember telling myself, when I grow up, I would never eat the chicken butt, and I would never eat the chicken feet. I would never eat the chicken neck. But those are like the really best part of the chicken. It's so yummy. But I still do eat the chicken neck, and I still do eat the chicken feet. Not very much. Mm-mm. But I try to eat it. But I never eat the chicken butt anymore. Can you imagine you catching the chicken and killing the chicken, cooking the chicken, and then you have to eat the butt and the neck? I used to be as mad as hell. And my mom, she would be like, you should be grateful you have the butt and the neck. You should be grateful you have the feet. Some children don't. And that's really true. Some kids don't even have it to eat. But I still didn't like it. I didn't like it. And now that I'm all grown up and I make my own money and get my own stuff, my favorite part of the chicken is this, the wing connected to the breast. That's my favorite part. Mm. Whew. This is a tough chicken. I am a tough mama. Yeah. All right. Hopefully I can get this done before 2 o'clock so that when my husband gets home, he will have something to eat. I don't have to go and eat something junky. So I am done cutting up my chicken. I'm going to clean up a little before I move on to the next round. Oh, just get it clean up a little. I remember I still have my pig feet cooking, but it doesn't need cutting up because it's been cut up already at the stove. So that's the next thing I'm gonna focus on, my pig feet. So let's get this off here and get this in here. I'm gonna get my pig feet now and get it all cleaned up. Now don't do this at home. It's very hot, like seriously hot. But my hands are kind of used to heat. I don't know how, but it just happens. But only for so long. I can't, get it from on there in here really quick. Just for that long. So not for too long. I'm not superhero. I'm no superhero. So my pig feet is ready. All I need to do now is make sure I get all that. If there is any hair or anything on the pig feet, I want to make sure that I get it out. So if you see me looking, that's what I'm doing. Looking for hair or anything weird on the pig feet. So my big feet kind of look really good. Just have a few stuff on it here and there. And that's what I'm getting out as I wash it. Now all that bad smell that the pig feet has, the lamb kill everything. Or at least 90% of it. For the bad smell is gone, totally gone. I would say 100% gone. So the lamb does a pretty good job when it comes to the pig feet and the chicken feet, you know. But if you don't like it, that's okay too. You don't have to. But for me, when I cook, I like to do that. And I actually grew up doing that. You have to clean that, get that done. So I this is 1 pound. It was like $5. Things are so expensive. And that's only six. So I'm gonna cook three and keep three for the next time when I cook. So I'm gonna put my chicken in the pot, my pig feet in the pot here. I'm gonna turn the stove on now. I'm gonna use this part of the stove. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this one. Put it in my stuff here. Put this back in here. And then I have my pot of ingredient meat. I'm not cooking all the chicken, so I'm gonna keep some of the chicken. So, it's a lot of mess here, which I have cleaned up first before I started to cook. Okay, if you hear me grounding when I'm talking, that means I need to eat. My sugar is kind of going low. All right. So I have my pot of ingredients here. So the pig feet and the chicken are two of the hardest to cook. So you want to put it in the pot, or in the bottom of the pot. That's where you want to put it. So you know I like this part of the chicken. And still be looking to make sure you don't have any mess on it. I'm gonna put it in here. I like the way you dance. All right. Pass the test. Make sure you pass the test. Should have my glasses on. I missed the spot. Okay. Now it's better. Ready for cooking. I'll drop it in here. So I got 2 chicken in there and 3 pig feet. So maybe I should put one more. And she do the chicken feet, the chicken leg. Now this is a leg. This is not a feet. Okay, so I have chicken and pig feet in my pot so far. I'm gonna take the rest of the chicken and put it in here. That would be another meal. So another day. Alright, set this aside. So now I'm going to put in my pork ribs, my meat, and everything else in here. I'm gonna drop it in here. Now the only thing else that goes in here is the shrimp and the fish. So you can see I have so much ingredients, meat in here. This is the fish. I'm gonna put it on top because it's easier to cook. And once that fish cook, I will remove it from the pot and then continue the cooking process because I don't want the fish to match. All right. I like fish, so usually I'm the one who's eating the fish. My husband usually will eat the rest, but I'm the one who eating the fish most of the time. All right. So I have my fish. I have my pig feet. So see how many ingredients gone in here. I have my fish. I have my pig feet. I have my chicken. I also have my dry bunny and my dry fish. You could call it smoked fish and smoked bunny. And then I have my onions in here that made me cry. And then I have my pork ribs in here. So that's a lot of meat, but that's how we eat. So now I'm gonna season my ingredient, my stuff here. I'm gonna season my meats. So this is Ajinomoto. It's usually sold in the Chinese store, in the Asian Chinese stores. Ajinomoto. It's just like the owami. It just give you that burst of flavor that comes from nowhere. I'm gonna put in a teaspoon in here. I have my Maggi. That's the chicken flavor. I'm also gonna put in a teaspoon. This one is the shrimp bouillon. I'm gonna put in a teaspoon. The same way we cook a lot of meats, that's the same way we use a lot of spicy when we cook. I'm gonna put this in. I just got it today. Gonna hurt my teeth. They do have a place where you can open from. Definitely would need a knife. Should have done that. She's got it to do it. I have some other ones to do it too. A teaspoon. So you can see the amount of spice that I'm getting in here. When we cook as African, our food has to be very flavorful. Because mostly everything we cook is organic and it's fresh, and you have to put in enough spice to bring that flavor alive. or else when you eat the food, it tastes like crap. Now, most people say that we overcook our food. No, we don't. We just cook our food the way how we know how to. So this is the you pronounce this for me, guys. I cannot pronounce this word. I am bad. Oregano. I murder it. So I'm gonna put some of this in here, about a teaspoon too. Now all these different flavor comes together, and it just, that when you put the food in your mouth, you begin to wonder, like you go into a la la land or wonderland, and you start to wonder, what's this? What's this taste? All day as you eat. A teaspoon of seasonal blend. Yeah, my sugar is low. I have to eat something. I have to hurry and season this food so I can eat something. So I also um, have my other spices that I bought today that I would like to add to my pot. So I bought this one today. This one is black pepper. It was on sale for 99 cents. This one was on sale for $2. $1 and I think 29 cents. 99 cents. Walmart. Shop at Walmart. Walmart need to pay me for this, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna add it to my spice that I already have here. So the garlic salt, I'm gonna sprinkle it just about a teaspoon too. And then I'm gonna add in some black pepper. I already have some fresh pepper in there, but this black pepper will just spice the fresh pepper that I have in here already. Just burst of flavor. A teaspoon of black pepper. Now, for black pepper, you don't want to cook too much. If you put too much black pepper in the food, I have learned the hard way. Food gets bitter. Gets really bitter. So I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of this in here too. Now this is one of my favorite spices. This, I love it. But it got to a point where it got so expensive and I could not afford to buy it. It was like over $5 for this thing. It was like $4 something plus tax. It's definitely over $5. So I didn't get it for a while. But today I saw it at Walmart on sale. And I was like, heaven help those who help themselves. Remember that. I'm also gonna add this seasoning in there too. It has everything. It had garlic, onion, red onion, yellow onion. So I'm gonna add this with some cilantro. Is this cilantro? Yeah. I'm gonna add some of this in here. About the same amount. Teaspoon. Now, if you want to cook this meal, you have to follow these ingredients step by step, guys, or else you will spend your money for nothing. Because this, if you don't cook it right, you cannot eat it. There's no way you'll be able to eat it if you don't cook it right. All right. So my pot is seasoned. Let me show you the pot. This is how it look. Turn the light on. Oh, you know I love peanuts. Yeah, I'm boiling some peanuts to eat later on. And I'm gonna have to eat this right now because my sugar is very low and I'm getting a light from my phone here telling me, Linda, you need to eat. Your sugar is low. And I can also feel it in my body too, that my sugar is low. So I'm gonna cover my pot. I'm gonna let it boil for at least 30 minutes until most of the water is half of that. Half of the water that's in here. And now I'm going to try and clean up, put stuff away, and eat. So I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna put this one away and clean up after myself. So this one is the okra that I blend. I'm gonna keep it until I'm ready to cook the flour sauce. So it's gonna be, what did I say? Can anybody remember what? Anybody remember what I said this mix of food today is gonna be called? Plat. Oh, I should have written that down. Plateau okra sauce. No, that was not it. I don't remember. So I'm gonna mix the flour sauce and the okra together, and I did give it a name, but then I forgot the name, which was so cool. I remember. If anybody is still on here and you remember the name, will you please help me remember? Because that's the name I'm gonna use when I'm posting this my video. Yeah, really sick. I look like I'm gonna throw up. I don't know why. That's why this, I need to cook it with a lot of pepper because I'm gonna definitely throw up when I eat it because it's so slippery. I don't like my flour sauce and okra sauce slippery, but today I'm gonna make it slippery for my husband because he loves it slippery. But he will even eat it even if it's not slippery. You know, he doesn't complain when it comes to food he eats. Was it whatever I get cook? But I'm just trying to make it feel better. Just clean up after myself. I always like to wash my dishes with warm water. There's most of the germs and all that oil and grease from the food. The hot water take it away. So I'm going to get this place clean up and I'm going to, this is my shrimp. I will put it in the pot later. This is the last thing I put in the pot before I take the soup off the stove. Because the shrimp is pretty easy to cook. And you don't want to overcook the shrimp. I will have to watch this live again to remember what the name of this dish, what I call it. I don't remember what I'm calling it. But it was a really cool name. And I would like to use it. So I'm done doing everything. Now I'm just gonna clean up, put stuff away. And then sit down and eat. Eat some lemon. Or tangerine. Tangerine. We call it tangerine here. But Where I'm from, we call it lemon. Oh my God. So I'm gonna just leave this on the table here because I'm gonna be using it pretty soon. I'm gonna try to eat something really quick and then I'm gonna start to work on my sauce, my okra sauce and my palawa sauce together in one pot. I haven't tried this before. This will be my first time actually trying to eat this. Cook this. Two soup for one. I think it's gonna be really good. Because the okra is slippery and the palawa sauce is also slippery. So I think it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be good slippery. Yeah. Okay, my kind gonna get all that fresh fish meat. Oh, this is the kind of food my son like. He love it. When I'm cooking these nice African meals, he doesn't want to eat them. He want to eat his spaghetti. He want to make Alfredo, pizza. That's what he wants to eat. I remember he would cry, like cry, seriously cry. If we ever gave him something other than what he wants. And it's weird because he's born into an African home. I don't know where he got that sense and taste back from not liking African food. All right. All right, let me see if I can answer any question I was asked and I didn't see while I eat my orange. I got 5 message. Let's see. Good afternoon, Corita. You like my dress? Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't see your message. I was busy talking. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love it too. And I hope I didn't murder your name too. I'm gonna try and eat this really quick, guys, because we have to keep cooking. This is not a 1 hour cook, okay? The most we can prepare is at least 2 hours. Now I have to eat, so I need to eat real quick. And then when I'm done eating, I'm gonna start working on the palawa sauce and the okra. And I'm gonna put in some water. What we call water is the okra cut up, put in the sun until it's dry, like it dries until it's flaky. I'm trying. And once it's flaky, then we pash it. on the stove, and then it get more dry, and then we pound it and turn into dust, and that's why we call water. It's slippery too. So this is gonna be a very flick slippery meal. Really? You're in the right place, girl. You're in the right place. So this is the okra. I blend it with some onion, tomatoes, and pepper. You don't have to put peppers inside if you don't want to because it's hot. Okay? This is the palawa sauce. It's called plateau. Where I'm from, we call it plateau. This is how the leaves looks when you get it from the tree. This one is called something else. But this is what it's called here. Well, we call it palawa sauce. So if you go to the store to buy something like this is what you should be looking for. Okay? It's already been washed, clean, blend, and put together. All you need to do is put it in a pot and cook it. But today, this is a separate meal of its own, and this is a separate. You're welcome. You're very welcome. And this is a separate meal of its own. For today, I'm blending it together. Yeah. Thanks for the likes. Go. Thank you so much for the like. I was trying to get to 50,000 likes, but nobody want to give me any like. Everybody come on here and just watch me, and they don't do anything. I appreciate it. Share the live, please, if you can, so other people can come in. Because I'm trying to raise money. I will appreciate stars too. No? Oh, I want to go back to Africa. I want to go back to Africa. So I will appreciate any donation. So if you just got here, Corita, let me tell you what I already done. Now I'll show you what I'm gonna be doing. This is what I was talking about, the okra dust. I'm gonna put it in here too. So it's 3 different meals going into one pot. So I already went ahead and I have my ingredients. We cook a lot of meat. Now, if you want this to be exactly what I'm making here, if you want, when you're cooking this and you want it to be exactly of what I'm cooking, you have to follow the ingredients from start to finish. So this is my pot of ingredients, or let's say my pot of meat. In here, I have pig feet, chicken, pork ribs, pig, bony, smoked bony, and smoked chicken. And I also have in here I don't even remember what I have in here. I have a lot of stuff in here. But the thing is, you don't have to have everything that I have in here. You can just put in 2 different kinds of meat or 3 different kinds of meat of your choice. So whatever kind of meat that you like, you can cook. You don't have to cook all that 7 different kind of meat. I'm also going to add some shrimp in the end. That is when the food is already cooking and ready to go. So I'm gonna put the shrimp in, and then I'm gonna turn the stove on and just let it heat cook the shrimp, because the shrimp is easy to cook, and I don't like to eat overcooked shrimp. So that's what I'm gonna do. So now I'm gonna work on mine while I eat something. I don't want to be in the kitchen all day, and I know you don't want to be watching me all day. So I'm gonna get my palawa sauce since it's frozen. I'm gonna try to defreeze it. I'm gonna open it up, put it in a pot, and set it on the stove. So the palawa sauce comes frozen. They also have the fresh leaves that they sell too, but I don't have the energy to do all that. So the easier way is just get this. Okay? Just get this. It's already prepared and ready for cooking. And you don't have to go through all that process where you have to pick the leaves off the stems and then wash it and then put it on the stove and you know and cook it. All you just need to do, buy this one and open it up and cook it. Put it in a pot. So you're from Florida. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. And I hope you're okay. Oh man. What happened? Tell me. It's no fun. I'm so sorry. Well, thanks for, you know, coming on. Everybody on here, let's pray for our sister. You have blood clot. Girl. Oh, hell no. That is not good. Whoa. How long have you been in the hospital? Oh, and then you are definitely a deep child of God. Yeah, we're impressed with you. I am personally impressed with you. I got you, girl. I got you. Wow. So right now, I have my okra in here. Well, I hope this is something that will, be some kind of little bit of fun for you, to lift your spirit and take some of the pain away for a second while you watch me do something crazy. I hope so. Yeah. Stella, happy birthday to Martin Luther King Jr. Happy birthday. So I'm gonna put my welcome, Stella. I was just talking to my newly friend here that I just met. She's in the hospital, guys. Let's pray for her. So I'm gonna add in my okra. So I add my okra to my palawa sauce or my plateau, because it's called plateau, and then when you cook it, then it's called palawa sauce. So I have my okra and my plateau in one pot here. This okra have been blended, and I add in some onions and peppers and tomato to this okra. So I'm going to put this on the stove. to cook it. I'm not adding in any water. That's the trick. Oh, really? Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Well, you're welcome here anytime you are. Just know that. So I'm gonna add this on the fire. I'm not putting in any water. I'm just gonna put in a little bit of spice, put some spices in here, and I'm gonna set it on the stove on low heat and cook it. I'm gonna cover it up for the first 5 minutes so that the plateau that's in here that's frozen will, get the water out. And once the water is out, it's all melted and kind of not melted, but the water is out and there's no ice in here again. Then I will open the pot and season it, or I will just season it right now while I do that. But then I will keep the pot open, and then usually what you want to do is keep stirring so it doesn't burn. So that's the trick. So I'm gonna put it on the stove here, and I'm gonna turn the stove on. Number 5. That's the medium low for my stove here. So it keeps it, right where it needs to be and it doesn't burn. So while this get hot, I'm gonna put in my spice. Put in some spices here. This is one of my favorite. This is gonna be like a teaspoon of this one. I'm gonna put in some garlic salt too. I don't cook salt. I barely cook salt. So now that I have my garlic salt back, when I get broke, then I run out of my spices. That's when I look for remedies. And I have to cook salt, but I don't like to cook salt because I struggle from diabetes too. Girl, it's not fun. I have to eat certain kind of food, but you know what? That's why I'm grateful for my mother, because she taught me how to cook. And when you're cooking your own food, you know what you're putting in your food and what you're putting in your body. And so I'm grateful that I know how to cook. Now when you're cooking this food, you can put in your favorite spices, any kind that you have in your kitchen. So the only thing I would recommend that you really need to have when you're cooking African food is the bouillon. The bouillon cube. So let's see. This is the bouillon. This is the bouillon chicken flavor. But I recommend the bouillon cube. 1 or 2 in your dish with the rest of the spices that goes along with it. That's it. Always remember that you have to have at least 2 cubes of bouillon. You can find that cube in the supermarket, even Walmart. I always say Walmart because it's the cheapest. That's where I can go. That's where I can afford my food, you know. So I'm gonna put this on here and I'm gonna cover it up and let it, take its time and let that ice melt out of the water, out of the let the ice melt out of this plateau. And then I'll open it up, and then every time you have to stir it. You girl, that's crazy. You are definitely a child of God. Definitely. And you know you'll be okay, right? You will be okay. So you don't have to worry and be stressed. Just relax and rest. Get enough rest. While you're in the hospital, get enough rest. Because when you go home, that's hallelujah time. If you have kids and husband and cursing and nephew and nieces, They do drive you nuts. So while you're here in the hospital, just get enough rest. Get all the rest you can get. Okay? You have two kids? Oh, nice. I have two boys. My older boy is gone. He's a big boy. Um he's 27 years old, so he's a big boy. I have my youngest son that is here with me. He's 15. Yeah. Yeah, so when you get home, no more resting. You know how we are as moms. We're not like dads who don't really care because they trust us to take care of stuff. So get enough rest. Thanks for joining, Miss Honeybee. The only thing I have, health issues I have, which I'm so grateful that I do have it. Because like you have heart trouble, you have asthma. That's one of the that's hard. I pray for you, sister. I pray for you. I only have diabetes and high cholesterol. But over the past 5 years, I have been eating and taking care of myself. What I eat, how much I eat, when I eat, stuff like that. And I have lost over 50 pounds since between 5 years and now. So I've tried to take care of my health, which is crazy hard. It's not easy, but you do it anyway because you know what? You want to see your grandkids graduate from college, go to the graduation, go there to their wedding. That's what keeps me motivated and focused. Yeah. People are like, "Oh, girl, you need to lose some weight." Do you think losing weight is like going in the bathroom and taking a shower and then all the weight would just disappear? Nope. That's not how it works. It requires hard work, dedication, like super, super, super hard work and dedication. Or else you can't do it. And you also need to be motivated by something, by someone, even if it's like your family members or your husband or your wife or something that motivates you to keep going through the process. You need that. And if you don't have that, it's hard to lose it. So I never judge anybody because I know I've been there. Okay, this is the water. Hey, Becky. Now, this water is the one I was telling you about. Now, you don't have to put this in your meal here because it's very hard to find. You cannot find it easily. If you find it, it has to be in an African store and very expensive. Now, this one I got when my mom came to visit me 5 years ago. Now, once you have it, it doesn't go bad. You can even keep it outside in your kitchen counter. It never goes bad. That's the good thing about this one. And this is the okra that's been blend, not blend, but put in the sun, dry, and then you put it on the stove again, and then you dry, polish it, and then you blend it. It turns into this dust. So it's also slippery too. But like I said, you don't need to have it in your dish if you don't have it. It's optional. But since I have it, I'm gonna do it. So this is how it look. Very dusty, brown looking thing. When you put it in the water, it becomes really slippery. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I have it in the water now, and I'm just gonna get a spoon or fork and mix it up in here. And I just mix it up. So it mix up with the water. And I like to do this because if there is any sand in the bottom of this, in this thing, it will go to the bottom of the pan or the bowl. I'm gonna mix it up well and just let it sit. It's gonna go in on the okra and the plateau that I have on the stove. It's gonna go cook with it. So I have all my meat, everything boiling to get all that flavor together. I'm actually gonna eat this thing with something we call fufu. So it's, if you know tapioca, or we call it cassava. So the cassava or the tapioca is, so I think they also call it yucca roots. Yeah, but I know it to be cassava. Yeah. So you get the cassava, you cut it up, take all the peels from on it, and then you cut it up, put it in a bag, and set it under the rack. Now this is the traditional way, okay? No, the fufu, just imagine it tastes like flour, just like how the flour tastes. Yeah, it doesn't have this sweet taste. This one though, this is the tapioca. It tastes like flour. But when you add in this red plantain or dry plantain, then it brings that flavor alive. Wow, how come you spell fufu so well? You're a good speller. You're better than me. Hi, boo boo.
Still cooking.
Mm-hmm. I'm still cooking. What? You want to cook too? Oh, jeez. Well, we both cannot fit in this kitchen. So you're going to have to wait. Are you hungry? Hmm?
Yeah.
Some lemon? It tastes really good. Or you can eat some apple. I think that's the only thing we have in the refrigerator. Apple. Or you can make some sandwich.
You don't have anything to make a sandwich.
Well, no bread.
You have bread? But what else do we have?
Peanut butter and jam.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, we have peanut butter. So you we put the cassava under the rack and let it stay for a week or two, depending on how much you have underneath it. And then that cassava will, what you call it, ferment, and then it gets soft. And then you take it from under the rack.
Mama,
It's a long
cookies and
process.
toasted.
It's a very long process. And that process, to make long story short, God bless you too, girl. God bless us all. And then after all that long process, you have fufu. Today I'm mixing it up. I'm gonna blend some plantain and put it in there with it. Keep the door closed. It's too cold. We've been having like a huge hit with the snow these few days in Salt Lake. I'm in Salt Lake. I'm in Utah. This is the fufu. The cassava fufu. See how it is? It's like yeah. Yesterday we were like -1, and then we climbed up to 39. I don't know what it is right now because I'm using my phone, so I can't check. But it's been right now. The sun says it's up. Makes it even colder because the snow starts to melt and then it gets really cold. So yeah, so I have my fufu here. Jogging. Your bread is ready. So I'm gonna take this off the thing, take the peel off it, and I'm gonna blend it really soft until it turns into paste. And I'm gonna add it to my fufu. I will. I promise. And I will do that just for you. And you, please get well. And get all the rest you can. Your bread is ready, Joking. Last night my husband and I, we went to Mala, somewhere closer. It's about an hour and a half drive. And when we were going, the weather was good and everything. When we got there, our car could not climb up the hill. So we had to walk and go to the gas station, maybe for like about 3 minutes walk because of the snow. We couldn't climb up the hill because we have a van and it's an old thing with really bad tires. Okay, let's check on that pot of soup. Let's check on the flour sauce and the okra. I'm just gonna be done with this one first before I go to the next one. You know, start where you finish and then go to the next one. You don't get confused. But if you ever need any recipe or anything when it comes to African food, just leave me a message. Okay, I will send you the whole recipe. I do have a YouTube channel that I have all my recipe on, and it's called, you can go there and watch all my recipe I have. This how to make this one, how to make the fufu. I also have the palawa sauce, how to make them. Yes, the banana. We call it plantain. It's bigger than a banana. And it's sweet, very sweet. Yes, especially if it's ripped. If it's not ripped, it's kind of stodgy and sticky in your mouth. You don't want to eat that. But if it's ripped, yeah, this one is ripped, so it's really sweet, and it's gonna make the flavor of this fufu like just burst into your mouth. So I'm gonna like blend it nicely until it turns into paste and add it onto the fufu. All right, so let's check on the pot here. Yeah, just go there. I also have most of my videos that I have on YouTube for cooking. I also have it on TikTok too. And some of them I have the recipe there, but not all. But on YouTube, if you want to cook cassava leaf, just go to YouTube, look for Linda Samuel cleaning tips and autobiography. I'm the girl with the baby on her shoulder here. And if you want to eat cassava leaf, if you want to eat potato green, if you want to eat fried okra, if you want to eat whatever that has to do with African food, I have it on there. And you can wash it over and over and make your own meal. Thank you. And you can share it to some of your friends. And start to eat something African. So this is my palawas, my plateau, and my okra in here. See? See how slippery it is? That's how you want it to be. I don't like mine slippery, but today I'm doing it for my husband. This is how slippery it needs to be. And you have to keep stirring it before it burns. If you don't stir it often, it will burn. So this is the time for you to stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it. So maybe every two minutes, every 2-3 minutes, you want to stir it. And that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna cook it. Once it's cooked, then I'm going to add in my water that I put in the water there. I'm gonna turn my stove on higher so that the water in my pot here will get dry, because I don't want to be cooking all day. I'm tired. But actually, when you put the ingredients, all the meat together and put it on the stove, you want it to boil for at least 30 minutes or until the water is half of what is in there. And then you turn your stove off and cook your palau, your sauce here. Once your sauce is cooked, then you pour it in your pot of ingredients of meat. Now you want to cook this for up to at least 15 to 20 minutes. This one. Remember, there is no water in here. You don't put any water in here. The key is keep stirring. So if you don't have this strength, you don't need to cook this. You need the strength to cook this. Or you need me. Send for me. I will come and cook it for you and your family. Or I usually most of my followers they send me money, and I buy the ingredients and I cook it for them, and then I put it in the freezer and freeze it, and then I ship it to them overnight, and so they get it the next day or the next 2 days. And since it will be frozen, so by the time it reach you, it will still be cold and everything, because I put it in this white thing. You know that thing you put your food in to keep it cold or hot? Yes, that's what I do. And I send it to them. Yeah. So if you want to eat anything concerning African food and you don't feel like you, and then when I'm sending it too, I also add in the recipe. So then when it gets to you, you have a really nice meal, and then you will have the recipe too, that if you really want to try it again and you don't want to send me money to prepare it, you can try it yourself. And and if you get stuck, I will have my YouTube. I always have my YouTube channel site on there, and then you can go to my YouTube channel and find the same meal, and then follow the instructions and cook. So I have it everywhere. You're welcome. See how slippery it is in the pot here. Slippery. And then you can also choose what kind of meat you want in there, because you don't have to eat the kind of meat that I eat. You can choose your own meat if you want chicken, fish, pig feet, pig tail, or just chicken and fish in your meal. I can cook it for you and send it to you. So if you keep stirring it, it would not burn. And also, I'm gonna open this my pot. Look at this. Let me show you. Let me show you. Looky, looky, looky. I don't know if you can see with all this. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I think you can. Yeah, can you hear the sound? That's like this kind of sound you want to hear when you're cooking. I'm gonna let all that water almost dry out. I'm gonna empty this in there. So while this cook, you can do double duties too, right? If you can. If you cannot, just take it easy. No rush. All right. So this is my fufu. I'm gonna put about a cup of water in here, and I'm gonna mix it and strain it. You have to strain the fufu. This is my fufu bowl. So I'm gonna put a cup of water in here, and I'm gonna strain my fufu. I like to use warm water just because I don't like cold water. So I put a cup of water in here, and I'm just gonna mix it up. Yeah, I'm doing double duties. All right. So let's see if I can get a better bowl. Alrighty. That pot of meat is cooking well. Maybe you should put a little bit of water. It's too thick. So the amount of water you put in your fufu depends on how much fufu you have in the bowl, you know. For this one, I have more than, you know. So I did, instead of a cup of water, I did 1.5 cup of water. Now you can also eat this soup with rice. Yeah, you can also eat it with rice. And you need to have a sifter with a smaller hole so that you won't get any of that nastiness going in your food. So you want to have something like this one. See how the holes are tiny? That's the kind of one you want to have. Oh yeah, yeah. It does. Smelling so good. Uh-huh. You got that right. Smells so good in here. Making me hungry. I'll go back and checking on this one because I don't want it to burn. So you just go around in circle with your hand like that until you can get all that food in the bowl, you know? Yeah, before your test, please. Oh, no, never find a man like you. That means you say you must not know about me. You must not know about me. All right, I'm gonna take it to the side, and I'm gonna focus on my soup is boiling right now. So let's go and check on there and see how we're doing. So you can see here, this soup is almost dry out of the pot. Now I'm gonna add in my water for it to cook the rest of the way. But before I do that, I'm gonna empty mine. I'm gonna get all my fish out because I don't want my fish to get lost in the soup. I don't want my fish to break up in the soup. So I'm gonna get my fish out. And the rest will stay. Okay, let's reduce the heat now back to 5. Since the water has dried down, you want the water to dry and be half of what you have in the pot. So now I'm gonna get my fish out before I add in the water. Get my fish out. I want my fish to break out. I like to eat my fish and not hard it. Okay. So the rest of the meat that in this pot here. So this is my fish. I have pig feet. I have chicken, dry smoked chicken, and non-smoked chicken, and I have my smoked bunny. We call it dry fish. Everything in the pot here. I want you to see the whole experience. That's my pig feet, my dry fish and dry bunny, and see the water is like almost gone. That's how you want it to be. Now this flavor is off the chart. So the kind of fish that I have here is the catfish. I like the catfish because it doesn't have a lot of bones. It has just one bone in the middle, and that's it. Even the head doesn't have, you can handle the bones on the head. You know, that's why I like catfish. Especially when you're cooking this kind of slippery meal. You don't want to have catfish. You don't want to have fish that has a lot of tiny bones, because you're gonna swallow the bone, because it's so slippery. This soup is so slippery. Everything goes down pretty fast when you cook this soup. So now I'm gonna get my water. Remember this that I put in the water, the pash okra. This is okra too, but it's been dry and pashed and sifted, and it turns into dust. And it's also slippery too. So I'm gonna add it in my pot here with the rest of the water that's left in here. It will cook, and then I also have water in here too, so that too will also help the cooking process. I'm gonna add it in. Now I'm gonna leave that pot open. I'm not gonna cover it up till the rest of the way, till it's done. No more covering it up, because I don't want my meat in there to get too sucky, like soft. While I work on this flour sauce here, it's on really low heat, so the flour sauce will take its own time to cook. Slippery. Now this food, if you try this food, you will only want to eat this food. I'm telling you, you will only want to eat this food if you try it. So good. Just put a little bit of water to get this too thick. So if you want to know how to cook the fufu, I have the recipe, everything on my YouTube channel. Just go there, find Linda Samuel cleaning tips, because I do clean too. Clean houses. It's my personal business. It's a very new business and struggling. And autobiography. And then you will find, just put in fufu in my search bar. and you will find fufu. Anything that has to do with fufu, you will find it. I cook a lot of fufu because I like it. So this one, this is the one that you don't cook. See, that's the cha from the cassava. You don't cook it. That's why you need to strain it. All right. I'm gonna let this settle down, and then all the water will come on top. And once the water comes on top, I'm gonna empty the water out of here. So I'm gonna set this aside. Now let's go check on this soup again and see what's going on. We're almost done here, guys. We're almost done here. Let's stir this. You see how it tastes. It's well seasoned. Very well seasoned. So I think I need more pepper. Now you don't need pepper if you don't want to, but this kind of slippery food, I need pepper. I already have 2 pepper that I put in there. So I'm gonna put another 2 pepper in the pot. But I won't mash it. The first one I did mash. But this one I won't mash it. I'm just gonna drop it in here like that. Oh, my husband's gonna love me more. Oh my word. You just cannot love this. You got to love it. So now I'm going to cook my, I'm going to blend my my plantain now and add it to my fufu. I'm gonna blend this plantain until it turns into paste. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put my plantain in here. I hope all can go in there one at once because I don't want to do it twice because I'm lazy that way. I think it did. It worked. I'm not gonna put any water in here. I'm hoping that it will work because you don't want to use too much water when you're doing this because your food will not turn up good. It will be watery and hard to eat. So you don't want to put any water in here. No water. It gotta work. I do have a magic blender, but I'm so lazy to go and get it. And so this is me being really lazy. Hello, Edward. Is that the right way I pronounce your name? Yeah, Edward? Edward, I haven't seen you for a while. What's going on? Did you forget me? I'm not putting any water in here. If I put any water in here, it would be water from here. And I don't have much water in here either. I think I'm going to put some of the fufu in here because the fufu is wet. That will help me a little. If you put water in here, it just doesn't work out good for you. Just trying to stir this palawa sauce and okra so that I don't get it all burned up before it's time to eat. So you don't want to put any water in here because I remember the first time I did this, I put water in here and it wasn't good at all. So I don't want to. I'm just gonna manage it until it blends. I'm gonna set this aside. I'm just being so lazy. If this was the bigger blender, I'll be done with this. Being so lazy to go and get that blender from up there and bring it down. I'm gonna put some of the fufu in here because it's lighter. That will help me, I think. Okay, I think that will help me. Here's some water, liquid in there maybe. Yeah. It helped, but I'm not putting any more in here. So actually turn into paste. So I'm gonna let it stay in here until I'm ready to cook the fufu. So I'm gonna come back to my soup and keep working on it. almost done with this cooking. So you can see here that if you noticed, we've been on here for over an hour now. Angela, hi, how are you? Thanks for liking my live. Please share. Like, and share. Let's go to 50,000. Long time, man. What's going on, girl? Yeah, I haven't gone live for a while. I think 2 weeks ago, I went live when I went to the Salt Lake River. You saw that, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that was when I went to the Salt Lake River. I posted it. Well, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah. Always fun to have you guys on here. Actually, guys, it's because of you guys I do this. You know? Because I know that you guys will come and hang out with me. I am cooking. I'm cooking. Yeah. With my husband and my son. Yeah. I am cooking. Guess what I'm cooking? I'm cooking the palawa sauce and the okra sauce together. And then I put the water in it. So I got 3 separate things that I'm cooking. So I have 3 different soup that I'm cooking to be one. The palawa sauce, the okra sauce, and the water. That's what I'm cooking today. So I have the water in the pot here with all my ingredients already boiling. So I'm cooking my okra and my palawa sauce separate. Because you know the okra has to be cooked and the palawa sauce has to be cooked well. If you want to enjoy it. With fufu. Yes, you got that right. With fufu. What else? I already finished. And then I also have a twist on the fufu today. Yeah. Do you know what I'm putting on the fufu today? I went and blend the plantain. And then I'm going to add the red plantain to the fufu. Now this fufu is the real fufu from Liberia. I got it when my husband was coming from Liberia. Yeah. So it's all mixed today. It's a mix. It's a mixed dish today. So this is the okra mixed with the palawa sauce. See how slippery it is? I know, yum. Then in here are all my ingredients with the water. I added in here. So I'm going to cook my palawa sauce and the okra together, and I'm going to drop it in here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know it's going to be good. Oh yeah, it requires a lot of work. It's not an easy cook. You know that. Oh yeah. So you have to have at least minimum 2 hours standing on your feet to prepare this meal. So I'm like so tired now right now. I'm sweaty. It's cold in Utah like hell, but I'm sweating and the heater is not on because I'm hot. Yeah, you need patience. You need all the patience you can get to cook African food. Any kind of African food. Even dry rice. You need a lot of patience to cook this food. Because if it's not cooked well, there is no way in hell you can eat it. You put it in your mouth, you vomit. So you have to cook it well. So the fufu, I already finished straining the fufu and I set it aside. So I blend the plantain and it turn into paste. And then when the fufu water settle, I will empty the water from out of the fufu. And then I will add in the plantain, mix it up, and then I cook it. Oh yes, once it's finished, it's delicious. Today it's gonna be plateau okra delicious. Two different soup, and then I'm also adding in the water too, so it's gonna be so slippery, like you will swallow it so easily. If you make this dish, you're gonna swallow it so easily. And that's why you don't cook this food with anything that has tiny little bones in it. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. Please share too. I was trying to go to 50,000 like today, but I don't know. It seems like it's not happening. So I'll just take what I get. No complaints. My husband will be home in 30 minutes, and I haven't even cooked the fufu yet, and I still have the flour sauce on here trying to cook it. I want to bump up the heat, but I'm afraid I don't want it to burn. You know how it is. If it burns, it tastes like crap. Very healthy. Very healthy. Because we cook our food to the core. And so, definitely, it has to be healthy. He does. He's a very good husband, yo. I am so blessed to have him. Very good man. I mean, we all have our flaws and stuff, but if you ask me, I would say he's perfect, and no one is, and that's coming from me, his wife. We've been together since high school. We're like best friends. Best of friends. He makes me mad. I scream at him. He shut up. We move on. He makes me mad. I don't talk to him. He shut up. We move on. We just learn how to live with each other. If you're married or you have a partner or whosoever, a boyfriend or girlfriend, you have to learn to tolerate each other, because that's one of the best way for success in any relationship, because we are all both different people. I'm different, he's different, he has his ways, I have my ways, stuff like that. But if you learn to tolerate each other and learn to communicate and understand each other, you have to leave the rest with God now. That's all I can say. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate it. I have a friend on here. I just made a new friend on here, Angela. Her name is Oko. I forgot her name, but she is so sweet. She's in the hospital and watching me. She just went through heart surgery. You stay here, yeah. Corita. How did I do? I was just talking about you. Just talking about you. You still on here? Aww. Thank you for still being on here. I appreciate it. I did great. Ah. I'm so bad at names. And people complain, you're murdering my name. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So, this is how hard it is to cook African food. This is how hard it is. No lie. But when you're done cooking it, like Angela said, delicious. This is not African food. It's not a 1 hour food. Even the dry rice that we just like fry the fish and use some okra to make the rice a little bit slippery, easier to go down the throat. It's not a 30 minutes cook. The least is 1 hour to hour and a half. So yeah, it's African food. You have to be prepared emotionally, mentally, and physically. You have to be prepared. This is so good, yo. This is so good, my people. So once this okra is done, you can see the okra. Once it's done, that's my pot of ingredients on here. The water is exactly where I need it to be. I'm just gonna put my okra in there with my sour sauce, and then my food will be ready. It takes forever, but you just have to be patient and just keep standing. Now back home in Liberia, we don't stand, okay? Only in America you get to stand because the stove is this high and the kitchen sink is this high, and then you have the kitchen counter is this high. But in Liberia, for us poor people, we have everything like right at our level here, so you can actually stand sit in a chair or in a little on a little stool and just cook. You don't even have to wake up, and if you have kids, they can help you get stuff that you want, and you don't even have to wake up. I know my mom, when she cook, when she sit down on our stool, she's not getting up until the food is all cooked and done, but we get to do the rest. So here where we are now in America, if you want to cook, everything you have to do is you have to stand up. Yeah, so it makes it really hard, especially if you're like me, who's getting old. I am old, seriously. I am. I'm 46. I'm not young. Well, I'm younger than some people, but I'm old. I have a grandson. Ooh, so cute. So the most important thing here is this. Once it's cooked and I don't smell that greenness coming out of it anymore, then I know it's cooked. And then I will just transfer it to my pot of ingredients. So I went ahead and I sipped on my fufu and I let it to sit, and I'm gonna empty the water out of it. It doesn't have a lot of water in it because I did not sift the fufu. I didn't put a lot of water in the fufu when I was sifting it, straining it, and all that stuff. So this is my plantain. I cook my plantain, and not cook. I blended it until it turned into paste. So I'm gonna add it into my fufu here, and I'm gonna cook it in the pot. Now this is not a microwave fufu, okay? You have to cook it in a pot. Cannot put it in the microwave. Now there are other fufu that they have in the box. That one you can see how pasty it is. Thick. That's how you want it. And you don't want to put water in this when you're blending it up. You have to just put some of the fufu inside. Ooh, I'm about to drop dead. So if you really want to know how to cook this meal, this is from start to finish. This is how long it will take you to cook this meal. No shortcut, no back door. You have to go directly to the front door. So you can imagine I still have my pot of ingredients on low heat that's cooking. That's like all my meat and everything is cooking here. It has water in it, enough water in it that will dry down, and that will also be enough that when I put in the palawa sauce, it will just finish the cooking process for the palawa sauce. So we have something we call palm oil, and that's what I'm going to use to put in that's the finishing touches of the cooking process. Put in the palm oil. It's made from palm nuts. Oh, this is straight from the heart. So my palawan sauce here is ready. That freshness that it comes with, it's all gone. And when I smell it, I don't smell anything fresh. The only thing I smell is the spices that I put in here with the pepper. And then that's when you know that your palawa sauce is ready. Your palawa sauce and your okra is ready to be, to go on to the next level of process. I don't know, whatever, that sounds good. So I'm gonna empty my palawa sauce into the pot of meat. Nidero. I'm a Basel woman though. So you don't even want to know what that song means. Turn this stove off. And I'm gonna put in my flour sauce in my pot here. Whoa, you see all that? That's how you want it to be. This pot is hot. Can't burn myself. All right. Woo! That was a cook. That was a cook. I can pat myself on the back and say, good job, Linda. That was a cook. A great cook. So, I'm gonna put my oil in the pot here. Because I want the oil to boil with the soup in here. So let's say about a cup of oil. That's what I use. And if you need more oil, you can always add more. Alright, so that's my palawa sauce, okra sauce, and voila. All together in one harmony. See how slippery it is? That's how you want it to be slippery. So the bottom water that's in here, that's what's gonna cook the palawa sauce. Alright. I'm gonna let that boil down. And I'm gonna clean up after myself real quick. Yes, I have thought about having a restaurant. I have talked about it. I have dreamed about it. I have everything about it. Yes, I want to have my own restaurant. I do. But until I can be able to afford it, it's just a dream. But I'm not going to give up on it. Because I want to have a restaurant where not only African or Nigerians will go. I can have a restaurant that everybody can go and you want to find something that is, that they can relate to. Like about 3 weeks ago, I talked about it. So that's how bad I want it. I want it so bad. So I dream about it every day. So I still have my fish here. My catfish. I'm going to let that boil. And then I'm going to crack my fish here later on. The fish is already cooked. Starting it up a little here because I'm about done. That soup is done. Nothing else to be done to it. I'm not adding any more spice. I'm not adding any more water. Just turn the stove on to low and then just let it take its time to cook the rest of it the way. 5-10 minutes is ready. I'm gonna work on my fufu right now while my soup is about done. Get this all set up. As you can see here, I do have a really tiny kitchen. that he wants to cook, and that worries me. And then when I'm done, we can all swallow this fufu together. We can all swallow it together. I just wish you were here to swallow it with me. I just want you guys to know that every time I come on here, it's because of you. I do it. I come on here because of you. If it's not because of you, then what's the point of coming on here? I could just make my video and, post it on my YouTube channel. People will go there and watch it. I have close to 70,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and I have people going and viewing my, stuff. And I'm really grateful for that too, But because of you guys, I come on here. I want you to know that. And it also gives me great joy to just put smiles and on your faces and just make you feel that, whatever it is that you go through in life, you can find something to ease it a little bit. It won't take it away, but it can help to ease whatever you're going through. There is something that you like to do that can make you feel, that can uplift your spirit. And for me, I have 3 things that I like to do in my entire life. Number 1, I love to be in the kitchen. I love cooking. Okay? Number 2, I love to sew. Number 3, and I love to clean. I am a clean freak. Yes. So those 3 things, if I'm doing one of those 3, and that's my happy place. So you can find that happy place for yourself. So I do have my shrimp here that I usually will put in my pot of before I turn the stove off, and that's what I'm gonna get now. I'm gonna cut off get some shrimp and drop it in my pot. Because my soup is ready. My soup that I've been cooking since 2 hours ago. It's ready. And guys, I would just say, you don't know how much I appreciate you on here. I do. You do? How does it feel when you do that? It definitely must feel good. It does feel good. Anything that you like to do, like I do have a newly cleaning business that's really struggling, and I mean struggling. But if I have one house to clean in a week, when I go clean, I'm at peace. I don't think about anything else. I don't think about any problems. I don't think about any health issues or any stress that I'm going through. I just plain. I don't think about my business is struggling. I don't think about that. I just plain. So this is my shrimp. I devein my shrimp and cut off the head and the tails. And now I'm gonna put it in my pot of soup here. Just drop it in here. So this is my pot of soup. See how slippery it is? Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm happy. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Having those. When I cook, I'm stress free. When I cleaning, I'm stress free. When I'm sewing, I'm stress free. And that's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Yeah. So now I am going to get my fufu here, and I'm gonna empty the rest of the water out of it. And I'm gonna now put it on in my pot and cook it with my plantain. I'm gonna put it in my pot and cook the fufu now. Because my soup is ready. My soup is ready. Yeah, we can eat pretty soon. We can eat pretty soon. This is my fufu stick. That's what I use to beat my fufu. Alright, you put your fufu, and the fufu too is a whole another process too. You have to stand up when you cook it because you're in America where you have to stand up in the kitchen. So this is my plantain here that I blend and it turned into a paste. I'm adding it to my fufu here. And make the fufu sweet and flavorful. Brings in a lot of flavor. So I reduce the heat on my soup here. It's ready. Oh, word. Oh, word. I don't know what else to say. I'm just going to add my fish here. So a little bit of everything. That's how we cook in Nigeria. We add a little bit of everything. So the fufu, you have it on the stove. You just have to keep turning it around so it doesn't turn into naughty. It's gonna be hard to beat if you let it turn into knots. So you stir in the plantain with the fufu really nicely like this. See? And now you cook the fufu. I'm telling you. I'm making a lot of mess with this oil flashing everywhere on my stove. You can see I am definitely a clean freak. Oh, clean freak I am. So I'm cleaning my house all day, every day. When I go to people's house to clean, they're like, "Oh, Linda, I'm so sorry. The house is so messy." I'm like, "Sorry for what? Don't be sorry. Number one, you got a clean freak. I don't miss anything." Number two, I am a professionalist. Anything I do has to be perfecto. Number three, you pay me. Number four, it brings me peace. It doesn't feel like work to me. If you're doing something, there's a saying that if you're doing something that you love, you never get to work a day in your life. So I'm praying that one of these days I can get more clients, and then I don't have to work this much. I can just like do a part-time job, work 3 days a week, and clean 4 days a week. If I can clean full houses every day, if I can clean full houses in 4 days, I'm good. So now when the fufu is starting to cook, it starts to turn into lumps. And your job is to make sure that those lumps doesn't stay. And so you have to keep pounding and pounding and mixing and pounding. That's the whole trick. So my soup here is ready. I'm going to turn the stove off now, because I don't want it to go any further cooking. Let me turn the stove off. And this fufu will be ready soon and we can eat together. Now, if you're out there and you love African food and you don't know how to cook it, you can go to my YouTube page, Linda Samuel Cleaning Tips and Autobiography. I'm the girl with the baby on her chest, on her shoulder. And if you love eating African, you will find all the recipes from the different food that I make. Okay? And if you love to eat African food and you just don't know how to cook it, or just don't have the patience to cook it, you know where to find me. My information is all on here in my bio. I will cook it for you and I will mail it to you. I do know some friends who really love African food, but they don't know how to cook it. And I make it for them. Make it for them and ship it to them. So when it comes to African food, you got me. Alright? You got me, baby. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, my husband is he's almost home in like 10 minutes. But I think I got this. He's gonna be hungry. I need to use a smaller spoon. This spoon is so big for the fufu. The pot is too small, the spoon is too big. So let me get a appropriate spoon. Think about living in America. Always another way. Thank God for America, right? And this is my weakest point when it comes to cooking. I don't like to cook the fufu because you have to put in a lot of muscles, and I don't like it. I do not like it. Usually if my husband's home, he's the one that get to do this part of the cooking, and he would do it without any complaints, you know, because he knows it's really tough to cook the fufu. Just keep messing my stove. And this part is very hot, and so you have to be careful too, you don't get yourself burned. It's almost there. I can smell it and I can feel it in my soul. It's almost there. I wish I had a cameraman that way, you know. Hey, Miss D. Thanks for joining and thanks for liking my live. I'm trying to get to 50,000 likes. I don't even know if that will happen, but thanks for liking. I'm cooking fufu, African food. I've cooked flour sauce, and now I'm working on my fufu. So I'm almost done. But it's good that you came on because you can watch me eat. And I can show you how I eat my flour sauce and my fufu. If I don't call your name, I know I see you. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Oh man, oh man. So you have to keep beating, keep pounding until that whole liquid turns into a dough, and the dough becomes one, like together. And then the color will change from white to kind of sandy color. Yellow but not yellow, brown but not brown, sandy. Now look, that's how you want it to look. So the fufu here is done. Let's eat. Let's eat. Woo! Now, how long did that take me from start to finish? I didn't blink. I didn't go back. I didn't go use the bathroom. I didn't do anything except I had a lemon, orange, plum, tangerine, Okay, oh my people, my people, my people. The fufu is ready, oh. The fufu is ready. The fufu ready, oh. The fufu ready, oh. It's time to eat, oh. It's time to eat, oh. So let's eat. I'm gonna make me a plate and we're gonna eat together. And I'm gonna let you go after we eat together. But we're gonna have to eat together first before you go. Okay? We're gonna have to eat together before you go. Now, this fufu, when you get it out of the pot, it's blazing hot. Okay? Now, no joke about it. You will get burned if you're not careful. Now, I would say, let the fufu stay until it's cooled down, and then you can, make yourself a plate and eat. That's what I would say. But for me, there's no such thing. I cut one. Ooh. Put it in my bowl here. Maybe another piece more. Put in my bowl. I'm gonna get another bowl, and that bowl will be for my sweetheart. I'm gonna put it in here with some water so it'll be easier to mold the fufu if you put the water in the bowl underneath. Now that is from my experience. I don't know about other people. Okay, this is how I do it. All right. So now it's time. Ouch. To mold the fufu. Now, some people will mold it, and some people will just leave it like this. Now, if you mold it, it's just to make it look pretty. Presentation is everything. And most of the time, about 98% of the time, we eat with our eyes. It's burning me. Wow. That's it. This is what I'm going to eat right now. This is what we are going to eat right now. So you don't have to do this. You can just leave it in the bowl and it's gonna go in the tummy anyway, so it's time to eat. Are you excited like me? Let's get to the soup. Put some soup in here. Get some soup. Let's get some soup. Let's get some soup. Let's get some. So this is the soup. This is the ogre and the flour sauce soup together. I'm just gonna put a little bit of soup here. I'm gonna get some fish because I love me fish. Some fish. I got some shrimp, and I'm going to eat now. Oh, amen, 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 hallelujah, amen, hallelujah, amen, hallelujah. I'm excited. I made something out of nothing. It's called creation, right? I created a soup from the beginning to the end. So I'm excited because I worked so hard to cook this soup. And it's time for me to eat. Enjoy. Enjoy. So this my husband. So I'm gonna have to cover it up. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We have to eat this fufu together. Together. I can't believe, guys, you stay on here with me for a whole 2 hours plus. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You are very, very welcome. Now, let's eat. I'm excited. I'm so hungry. I've been cooking all morning. It's about 2:33 now. My husband will be opening the door right now. So you want to put your finger in the fufu right here and make a little hole. And then just go around and get some this soup. And look, you have all this soup on your fufu. And you just want to... It's 4 o'clock over there, 4:34. You guys are ahead of us, 2 hours plus. Yeah. So this is really good. Mm. Mm. Now, I hope you feel better very soon. I'm impressed with you, girl. Okay? And this is from me to you with all my love. Straight from my heart. Straight from my heart. It goes down pretty easy because the okra and the flowers and the okra and the plateau together just makes perfect sense. It's slippery, slammy. What did I just say? Oh my gosh. I mean, what more can you ask for? I remember there was a time in my life that I could not have this because I was so poor. I used to beg for food, pick food from underground. When someone eating, I'm like, can I have some? I was eating all kinds of leaves, flowers, roses. As long as it didn't kill me, I had it to eat. And today, I can make my own food and eat. That's a miracle. Don't have to move mountain to be a miracle. Well, let's try the fish. And I will tell you how it tastes. Now, for this fish, you know it's already sweet. It's called catfish. So good. You don't have to worry about bones because it doesn't have those tiny little bones that will poke you. That's a good one. And it's easy to season. And so it's very good when you're cooking things like okra or palawa sauce. It's just right where it's supposed to be. And the pepper that I put in there did not do anything. It just improved the soup to another level. So the pepper is good. Now, if you don't like pepper, you don't have to put it in here. But I'm an African. We eat pepper, especially if it's cold. So I'm going to end this live and say, thanks for joining and thanks for eating with me. Thanks for cooking with me. Thanks for listening to all my craps. Now, go to my YouTube channel, my people. Go look for Linda Samuel cleaning tip and watch most of my videos. Share too, okay? I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. I want you guys to know that it's because of you I do this. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And please be safe out there. And for Corita, I got you. Be safe. I will see you next time. If you ever need to talk, you know where to find me. Hmm. Bye, guys.